And we're back. It's time for Act 2 with the solid base of a defect deck. I think we've also kind of like landed on the same general vicinity of wanting to go up, spend some money at the shop, and then continue up this line, possibly to the Empowered Elite. But, hey, Sneak, I understand you have some thoughts on that.
I do. So, I'm thinking about Runic Dome. Wow, what a turn one. GG. And do we also... Oh, we don't quite panache, unfortunately. Oh, jeez. Birds? Hello? Are you okay? Birds?
Birds are on life support.
Birds? Help.
I'm sorry to say, but we lost the birds last night.
Help.
Oh!
Yeah. The Sunder's here. Do you still believe in it?
Whether or not I believe in it, that's 32 damage for 3 energy. I'm not bad with it. Like, it's an unupgraded bludgeon that has an upside.
It's true.
In a class that has an easier time gaining energy as well.
It's very true. What hole does it fill in our deck?
I think it fills the hole where we get really, really aggressive using bias cognition and stuff like that and need to close out a fight.
I'm good with it. I think that it's kind of redundant with Panache and Electrodynamics, which are doing a similar thing. But where I can really see it mattering is like a quick kill and pace against like Gremlin Leader. Okay, I have opinions about this.
Yes, okay.
It is technically more expected gold to bet on the owner. But it's also less likely to actually happen. So
would you rather 100 gold more commonly or 250 gold occasionally?
I think it's entirely informed by how much gold you have and where the next shop is. And the next shop is in the next room. And when I look at this shop, I'm like, huh, I bet on the murderer here every time. Because I would rather have the amount of gold that we have so we could buy like a relic and removal.
It's interesting. Like I agree that you should probably wait the thing in the future, but this has become another thing that I've boiled down to just not best practice, but a standard operating practice of I am going to bet on the murderer every single time because I would prefer 100 on average. But yeah, I definitely should be looking ahead as well.
To reduce variance in your runs?
Yes.
No, I don't think that that's even unreasonable. I don't think that's even... Wow.
Ooh. Sling of Courage is real good with that barrage right there.
It is, and it's a thing we could do. I do like this capacitor.
How many question marks have we got on this floor?
I don't want to take a lot of them. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I was going to run an exercise with you. I might still do it when we're done with this store. It shouldn't take us more than a minute or two, and it actually might really help people, which is taking 2 minutes at the beginning of an act to identify what do I need to do the most this act. Okay, what are you looking at? What do you like?
177 on the barrage, and the sling naturally. I mean, we don't have much draw in the deck yet, which is the only reason I'm not keen on taking that turbo.
Yeah. This deck, this is interesting because I'm usually all in on the sling, especially when I'm trying to push elites. But this deck is in a position to not need it. With a panache and an electrodynamics and a bias cognition and a Sunder, this might be the defect that least cares about Sling of Courage of any defect that I've run, recently at least. And the barrage certainly instantly makes it better, but do we even care about that? Maybe. I think I really like capacitor. I really like a card remove, almost definitely for a strike. And I'd be really tempted by this ball lightning. And beyond that, I'm not really sure what the answer is. Potions are always good with a potion belt.
I mean, it is worth noting that we do have the ability to go capacitor, card remove, Sling of Courage, Ball of Lightning, and Barrage.
True. Do you ever buy War Paint over Sling of Courage?
Well, I mean, if I am buying War Paint, I'm not buying Barrage. Like, the Barrage is like a kit
is because of Sling of
with
Courage?
the Sling of the Courage for me, yeah.
Okay. I can be sold either way.
I'm keen on doing the War Paint as well. We do have a lot of skills in this deck that get significantly better when upgraded. Obviously, the Hologram and the Chill come to mind first of all.
Turbo, Leap.
Yeah, the extra 3 proc on that Leap. Like, most cards, by average, will upgrade by 3 on their primary number. 3 for damage, 3 for defense, or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's important. There are like 12 covers a lot more breakpoints in the game than 9 does.
It does. It makes you. It lets you take more fights because you hemorrhage just a little bit less.
Okay.
I really like that line, and it makes me even wonder if we ever bought the boot sequence there. I like doing the upgrade first to see if we get chill, so that we don't have chill and boot sequence, right?
We did get the chill, so I
and
don't
it was,
think we need
it was solid. Yeah.
I mean, we do need more lightning generation with a bias
Yeah.
cognition in the electro.
I know.
We'll do it.
We need cool-headed.
Oh!
Hmm.
Really?
Are we gonna do the thing? I know how much you love Ritual Dagger.
It's so early in the act.
This one is always such a thinker for me. It's just such a huge downside. Like, Ritual Dagger says, lose 6 HP and 100 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to convince yourself that this Ritual Dagger is worth more than 100 gold. And Defect frequently struggles with the Act 4 elites. So if we can take this and like keep the deck fairly small, which we're encouraged to do because of Singing Bowl, then it's likely to get really, really strong there. We also are likely to just accidentally kill things with Panache and Electrodynamics and Sunder, which makes it harder to level up. So, I don't know. I feel I criminally underpicked this event. I'm not going to lie to you. But every time I see it, I'm just like, wow, I've been offered 100 gold for free.
We'll
just take that.
We'll get it in one of these, but yeah, especially the interaction of having Electrodynamics and Panache, oftentimes dealing damage when we might want to hold for an extra turn in order to get to something. I'll play along, but I'm grumpy about it. We are going to inevitably get a Ritual Dagger in a deck, and I will be able to pick it. And when that happens, when it is inevitably definitely the correct choice, I'm picking it. I'm just clicking the card. It's gonna happen.
We've done it before, though. I think one of our runs had a Ritual Dagger. Didn't it?
Did it? Oh, I think we were competing Ritual Daggers and Feed in one of our Ironclad runs.
That's awesome. That's so good. The card is very clearly good. You know, I'll also have to admit, this is why I love Defect. Look at this turn. Look at the surface of decisions on this turn. And it's all common cards. There's not a single uncommon card in the hand, and the number of things you could do, it's like an exercise in combinatorics, right? It's like, what all could I do here? Infinity things.
Yep.
We still don't have Panache Black?
No, don't. But we do have the Sunder in the deck. If we could draw it.
Okay, you called the Sunder, so I'm going to call that, and this next boss, we're going to be offered an Astrolabe. We're going to take it. We're going to transform some strikes, and it's going to give us 2 Seek pluses. That's what I...
Oh, that's a big call. I like it. Though.
That's my shot call. It's the strongest deck.
Why?
I know, right?
Why?
That's pretty brutal. Oh, gosh, and we don't know if they're running, too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there is the possibility of killing the frontliner, but it costs us a duplication potion to do.
I don't think that's worth it. Dupe pot is so strong. Duping our powers is like the way to beat a boss or a super elite. Oh, I didn't talk about super elites. Can I do that while you're closing this super complex fight? Oh, close. I am into fighting some elites. Oh yeah, we can do it here.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Get the... Oh, you didn't need the Panache. Nice. We have the thing.
Ooh. Second
Is it
capacitor?
Cold Snap ever?
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I could see a Cold Snap. Like, it's not the Glacier I'm looking for, but it's half the Glacier attached to a strike.
Yeah, it's definitely not my favorite Frost Source, but it's a Frost Source.
Hang on, though. There's also, in the common set, there's Cool-Headed, which, because we are lacking on card draw, and we want things that replace themselves in hand for the sake of Panache.
Cool-Headed is my favorite of the Frost creators, for what it's worth. I like it even more than Glacier, and Glacier is definitely a beefy lad. I mean, it's a chunky card. It's good. I think we want Frost so badly that we're willing to take it attached to all sorts of baggage. I know that the are getting sadder and sadder as the run goes on.
I mean, in particular, right now, it's the Snake Plan is either attacking for a ridiculous amount on turn 1 or it's doing nothing on turn 1, and the play is different depending on it.
It sure is. I don't know. I like Chill Leap Sunder. Like, it's a midline play.
Okay. I don't hate that.
And we can afford a little bit of health. That's part of what Singing Bowl lets us do. Take our 12? We'll take our 12. I'm frequently happy with 12 damage in an Act 2 hallway fight. Okay, I swore I would talk about this. This is Stinky Elite.
Before you do, I just need to clarify one point with you. The Snake Plant, can it still attack for the first 2 turns, or is it attack and then debuff?
It can attack for the first 2 turns, and in fact, below Ascension 17, Snake Plane is very weird. At Ascension 17, it always has a cycle of attack, attack, debuff, attack, attack, debuff. And you can start anywhere in that cycle. Turn 1 could be attack 1, attack 2, or the debuff, but it'll always be in a triplicate. At lower Ascensions, it doesn't guarantee a triplicate. So it can like attack, debuff, or just not debuff. It's a very weird, non-deterministic fight at lower levels, so it looks like it's going to hurt us a lot, unfortunately. Yep. Was that a 24 damage fight?
We do have a rest in the next base, but yeah, it's been pretty rough so far.
Oh, nice. I think we are upgrading.
Right before the Emerald Elite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we upgrading?
Panache.
Right, because of the 2 AoE fights it could be.
And particularly Gremlin Leader.
I kind of like
be convinced on Electro.
I kind of like this charge battery. It's not great in the first, well, not necessarily great in the first cycle, but after the Hello Worlds and the Creative AI are out, we need more energy each turn in order to consistently play those stuff.
True. Although it's kind of energy passing, right? It's like energy now, energy later. Which means like Steam Barrier is kind of the same thing. They're both net energy 0. It's just one of them gives you energy manipulation, I guess, right? I'm in on this charge battery.
Okay, cool. I like it a little more because it does give you the, like, sure, it does pass the energy from one turn to the next, but your next turn starts with a higher amount of energy, right? Rather than, like, sometimes being able to give up, like, sometimes a very, very small ice cream, like a tiny little cone of ice cream, like a dollop of, like a sample spoon of ice cream, sometimes that's good enough.
I agree. Well, and it plays really nicely with Echo Form, which we'll get sometime. Okay, while you're doing this, here's my concern. I think that Act 2 Elites are the hardest in the game, and I think that Act 2 Elites, if anything, this is probably our best. It's our worst fight for the deck, but it's our best for Runic Dome, because there's a lot of non-determinism in the Act 2 Elite fights. And so I'm very scared of them. Whoa. Okay. What are we rebounding? Are we rebounding?
Rest of the deck has a lot more lightning and frost. Well, a little bit more lightning, a little bit more frost.
I have a recommendation. I recommend duping the Bias Cog. This is enough to give us a Panache proc on this turn, and also to just close the fight. And this fight will demand that we go fast, plus max HP. It's kind of crazy.
Too fast for the creative.
Electrodynamics. Yeah, agreed. Nice block.
Do we trigger a Panache for a void?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Now we just need this Electrodynamics to quit hiding. I wonder if we ever... Are we gonna...
Sunder has the kill already. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Nice
what?
Fight.
Never mind. It's a glitch. It's a bug.
I love this skim. I really like this skim.
We're gonna skip so many cards, Rhapsody. We're gonna get so much max HP. This singing bowl, we should take lots of fights, Rhapsody.
That's a really good sneaky-teak impression.
Thank you. I'm very good at being me.
Is this the like time for the key? Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a key to me. Shuriken's great. It's just you got to know when it's the right run, and this run has different plans.
At what point do we want to do something like upgrading the Creative AI Bias Cog Electrodynamics? Because they're only played once, but...
Hold up. Are we about to go into an elite fight?
We might be. I want to go to the elite fight. I think it's unempowered. We have a regen potion and the ability to Gambler's Brew a bad hand in order to get past a setup hand or go to a setup hand. We have the Captain's Wheel for the extra block on the third turn. I don't think it's going to be that bad.
If we rest, can we take 2?
That's what I was about to say. If we want to take the second one, we might need to rest. But I was kind of planning on going up here with the 300 gold.
We do have good gold, and it's average of what 25 from this next elite, 15 after that. We'll be at 340. That's like a decent break point. The one fight that worries me sometimes is Tri-Slavers here. Like, even though we have the right answers for it, even with gamblers, if we don't see them till turn 3, we could totally get vulnerable and just killed. It's not likely, but you can absolutely just get blown out in that fight.
You definitely can, but if we direct all attacks to the backliner, we have a sudden finisher.
It's true.
That can help us along on that line.
I think were this Ascension 20, I take the upgrade right here, and given that it's Ascension 4, I take the rest, because I think we can get away with that lower greed play, and then that means we have a lower variance act. But,
right, and this is for the 2 elites then?
It's to secure the first elite, and then to open up the second elite too. Yeah. Okay. And we won't regret the health in Bronze Automaton, right? That's a fight that often asks you to get chunked for quite a bit.
Definitely true.
Oh, cool.
This is a think for a moment kind of turn. I kind of like off the top of the dome, my immediate response to this is I want to ball lightning, hologram the ball lightning, rebound the ball lightning, and chill. But that spends, like, do we chill first in order to get some extra defense on this turn because we think the gremlin leader might be attacking, or do we chill at the end so that we get the extra damage out?
I love that turn. I love that turn. I think that turn's really strong. My one alteration that I might suggest is ball, hollow. Let's see. Ball, hollow, and chill first to see where the 2 lightning get evoked to make sure that we kill off the gremlins. Then we still have 2 attacks left in the hand to finish it off.
Love it.
Nice, and then we can rebound ball lightning to kill the fat gremlin, and we're there.
Mm-hmm.
I often call this gremlin the signpost gremlin, because to me, that's the more noticeable feature, is that it's the only character in the game that's holding a giant signpost.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm envisioning like a gremlin, I'm like, yeah, it can be a little portly fellow, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm almost expecting it.
I think I like Skim here because of how important it is to find Panache and Electro.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're never getting attacked here.
It's like, it might look like a whiff on drawing those, but it goes 3 cards closer to it.
Exactly.
And we've got the, as I think you just said, the 18 block coming up. Creative AI. We can finally actually play it.
Is this creative? Is this the whole hand? Oh, we don't have Panache. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to ask if it was creative and biased, and you agreed very clearly.
We do have one consideration, which is there is the possibility that if we strike the front signpost gremlin, it has the ability to be taken out by the lightning.
Technically, either of them can get double struck, right? It's not likely, but...
That's true.
But yeah, that increases the odds. That's true. And that would lead us to turbo here. Actually, I like that. I like turbo and play the whole hand. I think that's good. Because we are on the clock now with bias, right? So we want to be sure that we're finishing up this fricassee.
Oh, okay. I think we actually heat sinks first.
Oh.
I want to get to like a cold snap or something because I am worried.
The
defense is 5. Like the gremlin leader is attacking unweakened this turn.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're hold up. Okay. Is this ever Panache and pitch some things to get to Sunder 1? Or do we not need to do that?
No, I like that because it also guarantees we get the Panache trigger off this turn if we get the Sunder and Zap.
The one consideration is when we play this Electro, the 2 signpost gremlins are dead anyway. And the gremlin's only doing 30, which is really not that awful. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. I kind of like Electro Hello World Cold Snap, actually.
Okay, so not drawing into and playing the Zap?
Yeah, yeah.
The Zap does evoke a Frost Orb for us, which gets us extra block this turn, still.
So does Electro Cold Snap, right?
Oh, yeah. Both of those are already going to be gone by that point. I forgot about the Channel 2 Lightning for some reason.
It's because it's such a powerful effect without even having to do that. It's actually kind of crazy how much stuff is in that card.
It's all bundled up like an absolute gift. Okay, we should be fine now.
To the edge.
Perfect.
GG.
Ooh, hello.
We noticed that you didn't want our shuriken. Are you sure you don't want to be a ninja?
Well, okay. I'll reconsider. If you're going to give me a kunai.
Not too ninja, just a bit.
Dang it. We could have Shuriken Kunai Barrage. Is that something we ever care about? No, not really. Is
I-
it finally max HP time?
I do like the Shuriken Kunai Barrage.
Yeah.
There is part of me that's still kind of looking at that boot sequence. I see that we have the chill, but I also know that like a lot of this deck is set up and draw.
Yeah. I think if I had the bag of prep, I'm all over it, right? In the absence of that. But yeah, it would be nice to hemorrhage less on turn 1. Really would. What are you gonna do? These people. What are they gonna do? Are they attacking? I can't know.
So we should just play around the possibility they're attacking because we can't do that much damage this turn. I was thinking about a hedge bet where we don't play the hologram and leave it in the deck for a later cycle, but I don't know if we're getting... I think we actually do get through to the second cycle of this deck.
The maximum attack damage that we take right here is, what, 13 plus 8? 21 damage, maybe? So it's definitely blockable for us. That might be close enough that we do leave the hologram, yeah. I think the odds of us getting back to it are pretty low just because we're going to have Panache and Electro in play and Biased. And at that point, the fight is done. But I'm down with the line anyway. Too close.
Too short.
Okay, so let's talk AI. These enemies can be forced a little bit. The Mystic will heal if the net damage across both enemies is 21 or more. So it is definitely worth getting to that point. What are we at now? 6 plus, we're at 13. So a strike doesn't get there. So it may be worth taking a hit to get a Sunder online. It's not significantly different than 5 extra block anyway, and it slows the Mystic down.
Okay. I'm happy to try that. My default would have been the strike double defend,
Strike, defend,
and then
defend.
kind of just wait for AoE effects to kind of like affect them both at the same time and force that loop to start happening. But oh, never mind.
This is why, right? If they keep, oh my gosh, nice hand. If they keep buffing, like, we are in trouble. So getting the Mystic to heal instead of buffing and attacking is good.
Yeah, extremely nice hand. It took me a moment to realize that, wait a second, I have enough energy for all this.
Yeah, we just, like, win.
All right.
Ooh, so is it not capacitor? So we can get the ball lightning proc first?
Love it.
And then just, like, win? Yeah. That is awesome.
Oh, love locking the Mystic into be able to do nothing the entire fight.
Right. Hey, Kunai proc, it begins.
First Kunai proc. We're just Kunai procking as we kill the enemy, just to kind of flex on them.
On the way out, and we yell "Neen" and we run.
I kind of want this health here.
Okay. I'm in.
Now, we still have the regen potion. This can be anything except for the gremlins.
I love fighting this elite. I'm in. I'm super in.
But when's our first shop on the next floor gonna be?
It's gonna be a really good shop. You're gonna be able to buy like multiple relics. It's kind of wild. Unless we're worried about beating Bronze Automaton, but I actually think we have the answer with creative AI and enough life. Oh my gosh. Is this just chill bias creative?
Chill bias. Oh, woof, woof. I'm looking at that 163 health pool, and I'm worried that we will run through the bias cognition before we get close to the kill right now, because we have nothing out, and we're, well,
you aren't wrong to be worried about that. Although, right, if we're more than 4 turns into this, and we're not close, we're late. But we didn't play bias cog against that. We played, so max HP Book of Stabbing, we bias cogged on what, turn 2?
We did have a little more setup by then, but yeah.
True, definitely true. What it could be is not creative and skim and look to get other things set up, but... Oh yeah, nice. See, creative made a static discharge. So that's like cool.
Pretty big fan of that. Did that in the wrong order. Should have attacked before I did the kunai.
Maybe you wanted to take damage for static discharge value.
I would have taken damage anyway.
True.
I actually kind of want to just holo back the go for the eyes, keep the enemy weak as long as I can, throw out the cold snap and then a electrodynamics.
Sounds fine, yeah. I think we're in a winning position at this point.
Yeah. Getting electrodynamics and the other generators relatively early, really good here. If electrodynamics was down at the very bottom, I'd be pretty sad about this.
Well, the static discharge is what makes this fight weird. Like, you can do some super Munchkin micro where you, like, try to take little bits of damage to get more lightning to evoke your frost. I've said before that I find that static discharge is a block card. And when you start to math around that, it gets really complex really quickly. But there's a lot of cool things you can do with that card. GG.
Ooh. Nice. Yes. Love it.
Free loop. Defragment is here too. Incredible.
I accidentally right-clicked. I wasn't gonna give you a choice on it.
I don't deserve a choice there.
I mean, we need this fight to be fast though, so I think we do basically the same thing we just did.
Yeah, I agree. Just turn 1 hurts.
Not super much.
Oh yeah, and it's not gonna be the 21 at this Ascension, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we didn't take any damage. Yes. Never don't kill the enemy. Incredible.
Yeah, I think we just...
Yeah.
End their life? Yeah, would you be interested in that?
I liked that line that you found. Health. I love this health. Yeah.
Okay. I think I am worried about relying on a buffer coming up to save us against the Hyper Beam. I kind of want to go for the rest for safety.
I dig it. I dig the rest here.
Okay, good. Like, it worries me to go for the rest there because I'm looking at these cards and I'm like, an extra turn of Bias Cognition being way more effective. Obviously, you know, a third Lightning, lower cost on the creative AI so we can actually play it.
Even the capacitor. No, we have huge upgrades in this deck that we're missing. The real reason that I'm super into the rest there is I suspect it saves us a potion. And with a potion belt at this stage in the run, I'm starting to think about what potions I could carry to Act 4. And I really, really like the potential of getting to save Liquid Memories. It's super strong.
So we're definitely taking the 14 to the Bronze Automaton attacking this turn. Either of the others could be attacking for 8. I would like the creative AI and the Cold Snap out just to get the 2 Frost Orbs live. That defense for 10s. We take 4, possibly 12 damage. But we get the creative AI out as early as we can.
Okay, I dig it. The only other thing that I would consider is getting the capacitor live here and taking that extra 5. But I could go either way.
Okay, well, we know where the electrodynamics is.
Very rude. It's okay. The panache still exists.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my. And are we able to Sunder this turn? Strike Sunder?
We could. We can use Liquid Memories to bring it back. I don't think we have the ability to do it naturally, though.
Yeah, that seems not worth, right? Just panache Heatsinks Hello World is already so strong. And with the panache online... Oh. Do we have this turbo
order
behind us?
No.
No, I actually liked that order. I hadn't considered doing that. It's going to make it harder to get the panache proc this turn if we wanted to do that.
I wasn't thinking that was going to happen. Because the inverted order would have had us do 1 more, and we still would have played 2 more cards for nothing.
No, it was very unlikely.
We could have brought back the Zap with a hologram and used that.
Yeah. No. I really liked your line there. I hadn't considered getting the draw on first to start pushing us through the deck. I quite like it.
Actually,
so what do we holo instead then?
I think it's Cold Snap. I want more passive defense.
Yeah, I like that. Even rebound it? No, we don't have enough energy to rebound it.
No.
Yeah. So what do we want back, Electro?
Continue focusing on the orb, or do we want to start focusing on the one with the Electro? Because I think, like, what are you going to take? Nothing that important? Skim, you'll take?
Skim. Yeah. I might be taking back the Electro then, huh? That makes it easier to kill off the other one, too. Nice turn. We're in a solid position here, and we have enough health, especially with the Bias Cog not live. I think we might be okay. Might be okay.
So we can start drawing cards ridiculously with our powers?
Yes. So good. Are we... Okay, we're definitely getting a panache proc this turn. Go for the Eyes dual cast already gets us 2/5 of the way there. We have turbo, and we can draw another card with Heatsinks. This is a strong turn. We may not choose to turbo in this fight.
Okay. Backliner.
I don't think the game is going to let us choose to kill the Electro first, huh? Funny.
Yeah, no, apparently not. Wait, so it was 14 2 turns ago, so the Bronze Automaton is attacking again this turn for 20, if I'm right? 10 by 2?
Yeah. Well, no, it should be... I don't know if it's different at this level. At 820, it's a 12x2. It goes from an 8x2 to a 12x2. But I don't know if that's where it is. I can look that up anyway. That's an easy one.
Yeah, I think its strength gain is just the differential factor though.
Sure. Oh, well, I was saying that the first hit was actually an 8x2.
Oh, right, yeah. I mean, I'm almost certain at this point. Well, actually, no, bosses are deadlier as well, so it's 4. It might be 8x2 rather than 7x2.
Then it's probably 8 to 12. Yeah, which means the most we could see would be, and then a 36 damage this turn. Yeah, but we'll weaken one of the orbs, and maybe we'll weaken one of the orbs by killing it.
Just trying to think out the exact numbers. So we got 10 damage on the backliner, another 7 damage on the backliner already. If we want to throw out the 2 defenses, we could use turbo in order to get also the strike out, but you know, that's 1 turbo for a strike and negative energy in the next roll.
Unless it gives us a kill that we wouldn't have on an orb, or if it gives us a kunai proc. Those would be the considerations, I guess.
Well, I mean, it does give us a kunai proc because of the 3 attacks, right? And we do want to play the defend in the charge.
Yeah. That makes it tempting. Because we've got a full turn to recover while we... And there's a skim.
Hey, it got weakens.
Okay, what do we...
I don't know if we play this skim exclusively for the reason that... well, I mean, we could play the charge battery first, but I want the leap and the charge battery in the next cycle of the deck. And if we draw our new cycle now... Yeah. It's a bit weird.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I like... We don't care too much about block next turn. What could we draw that would be exciting? We could hit a turbo, and that would be nice.
We could hit bias cognition.
And then be able to play it if we went charge skim, and that's pretty okay. I think this is... I think charge battery defend or charge battery skim are about equal. Oh, zap. Cool. That was a nice hit.
Hey, so it was. We get back the electrodynamics, but we don't need it for the AoE anymore.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Echo Form. Holy crap.
Just Echo Form, Bias Cognition, and Strike, because I don't want that Ball Lightning to throw away the Frost Orb yet.
Agreed, because we're also gold-plated cables on that Frost Orb next turn, which is totally relevant. Oh gosh. It's too bad that we couldn't rebound this dual cast without getting rid of our Frost. You know what I mean? That would be nice to have next turn. Oh, goodness. Do we rebound any of these?
I don't know if we rebound anything. I'm kind of happy with our next hand.
Just go for the eyes rebound, I guess, then. For just the raw damage.
Sounds good to me.
I think we're in an alright position here. Oh my gosh. What a hand. Heck
so
yeah.
It is. I mean, just play out defensive cards.
I'm all in on playing this turbo and just playing the whole thing, basically. The machine learning is going to draw us what? 2 cards?
I mean, yeah, we can play the turbo to play all the whole hand, but we should play one of these first for the double play.
Oh, yeah.
We can draw extra cards with the machine learning, but then we also draw into the void.
Oh, and we want to draw that at last. I'm about double charge battery. This is, honestly, charge battery, when you took it, the thing that made me most excited was Echo Form on it. Because then it's actual energy generation, and that's pretty exciting. So play, I think, machine learning last, right?
Yeah,
so that we
everything else.
This is cool. This is cool tech. So if you're already at 0 energy, and you know this, but it's a good reminder because it matters a lot. And you draw a void, you don't effectively lose any energy because you're already at 0. You can't go negative in this game. Pretty cool little piece of technology.
I'm just going straight for the kill. I know the enemy's not attacking this turn.
Yeah, GG. Nice fight, Rhapsody. That was solid.
Hey,
and the heal made me much more comfortable saving the potions, and I'm really excited for that. Really.
I like the Core Surge a lot. Not only does it have the ability to block some of the stuff that we were annoyed about in the heart fight, but obviously also it has the ability to block our own Bias Cognition down buff.
And it's one more attack card that we're not mad about having that could give us kunai procs. I think this Core Surge is great.
Great.
We're going to skip so many cards.
Well, you don't skip that. Oh, the Astrolabe is here!
Are we doing it?
Yes, I love this Astrolabe. Yeah.
Against the Kurski?
Yeah, we're good on energy. We've got it. That's what the turbo's for. We take another turbo, we upgrade those suckers. We're in Energy City already. Defect population, Energy City population defect. We're there.
I mean,
but Astrolabe can clean up our deck so much.
a huge part of one of the design goals that I want for this series is also to learn from you. So I am not going to take the Cursed Key, but I want to make it very clear that in a vacuum, I am clicking that Cursed Key so quickly, I'm leaving it. I'm like, that's only one curse for me. Yes, extra energy. I'm generating cards in hand. All I need to do is add more draw. See, that's the thing. Like, I'm thinking about this deck in a, I want to add more draw to it if I get the Cursed Key, and you're thinking if we don't get the Cursed Key, I want to add more turbos. But I think it's, it effectively just boils down to the previous thing of, Turbo. I look at Turbo and I'm like, do I have all for one? Yes or no? Well, that's whether or not I can run Turbo.
You know, and it's something that I was talking about with someone recently, is that in some situations, like, this game is so complex and everybody has their own voice, their own style, right? And sometimes two really excellent players playing together can be worse than the sum of their parts instead of better, because your two styles end up kind of like mixing and clashing, and it means that you don't double down as hard. But I've learned a ton from you too, because I look at that and that's a difficult decision. I'm like, is it too late for Black Star? I really want this Astrolabe, but would I just be better served to take the energy? Like, there's genuinely some consideration there. So yeah.
So strike. Or strike, defend, possibly keep a density in the deck for the kunai.
I like triple strike here. We're likely to see an attack anyway.
Come on!
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't get the Seek, but...
No Seek. But, you know, getting a second Bias Cog is kind of like getting the Seek. Because that's what we were going to Seek for anyway.
Well, now we're going to be drawing the Seek twice as often. This is going to be an interesting Act 3. I think this deck... I don't think this deck dies to attrition. I think it dies to something full stopping it with... you haven't died, or rather, I have survived all of your bias cognition damage. Now it's time for you to die.
Oh, I don't think we're ready for Act 4, but we are so much closer now. Like, we've got some really strong pieces here that we can play with.
Well, we'll see those pieces in action in the video for Acts 3 and 4. Linked in the description down below. Hope to see you there.